I believe the quote goes, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," and so for that, it's Argentina. Listen, the
So wouldn't that
Dutch
be
knocked us.
France, maybe?
I mean, hey, well,
Uh,
you talk to a lot of people about France over here. I think France and England are probably the two at the bottom for most Americans to root
fair,
for.
fair, fair.
They're just going off of the 1770s for that and nothing else. But for me, I mean, listen, you're rooting for one of the greatest players of all time.
Mhm.
They're facing the team that knocked us out, and essentially a coach that in Louis Van Gaal that did kind of backhand comment the U.S. about their
Yeah.
tactics and the quality that's on the pitch. It was a little dicey, and I know how Louis Van Gaal is, and I'm telling you, that wasn't really much of a compliment if some viewed it that way. That
No.
was really a backhanded comment, and it was a slap in the face to Team USA, and
Mhm.
for that alone, that's all I need. If I can't root for my team to lose, or sorry, if I'm not rooting for my team, then I'm going to
Mhm.
root for the team that knocked me out to lose. Just like, Yankees fans root for two teams,
Mhm.
whoever the Yankees played that day and whoever faced the Red Sox. So it's just kind of the way I'm approaching this. So I just
Mhm.
want the Netherlands to lose after what they did to us.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean those comments were basically, "Hey, we knew exactly what we were gonna do. We did it, and also your coach sucks." There was no compliment in there. Don't be fooled. I think I obviously my answer is Argentina because we'll take any fans we can get. But I think if I had to pick two other teams, they're kind of obvious to me, right? I mean, sure you can like France, they have Mbappe. You can
Yeah.
like Brazil, they have Neymar. You can root for really good players. You're probably not rooting for England. But my two answers are Croatia and Morocco. Morocco,
Mm,
the number one. Like if you're eliminated and you don't have any other rooting, interest, there's no reason to not root for the complete underdog. They're trying to become the first African nation ever to make the semis. They're the first one
yeah.
in the quarterfinals in over 10 years. Like, there's no reason to not root for them. It's awesome stories throughout the whole team. I invite you to read up on them. It's just really cool. And then Croatia, I mean, they had that magical run the last time out. They have Luka Modric, who's this probably his last dance. I just don't see any reason why you should root for anyone else besides Croatia and Morocco if you have no other rooting interest, but we'll take Argentina as well, right?
Yeah. Mine's not so much a rooting interest to win for someone, but a rooting interest for someone to lose. But again,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, everybody in America loves a Cinderella. We try and paint or label a Cinderella in March Madness every single year. This one comes around every 4 years. This is your Cinderella. I
Yep.
mean, if they make the
Cinderella of all Cinderellas.
if they make the semifinals, like there's not too much rooting interest as some of these other countries. We've seen them win World Cups, we've seen them reach finals,
Mm-hmm.
we've seen them get the semifinals. Morocco and any African nation hasn't done any of those things. So to root for that to happen on top of quality play, it's not like they're just like easily sneaking on by like
Mm-hmm.
Portugal was in 2016. This is a very good team. They were good in the
Yep.
AFCON. They have high quality players playing at the biggest teams in the world. It's just that Morocco has to label themselves as a household name. And again, by the way, Morocco's made it further than us since World War II. This tournament,
Mm.
right? Like Team USA, we made it to a semifinals, but that was in the 30s, the 1930s. So we
Mm.
have a lot of work to do. Morocco, what they're doing is pretty special. So I think it's a great rooting interest.
No, that's super fair, honestly. And again, if you liked St. Peter's when they were in March Madness, then you should root for Morocco.